Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this match is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the one and only David Gower.
Well, others, thanks for that warm introduction. I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've been down in the middle looking at conditions. And you'll be looking at plenty of runs on this pitch, not much fun for the bowlers. Gorgeous clear weather and no threat of any rain.
Great information there from David Gower. It looks like the captains are ready for the toss. Let's go pitch side.
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
Here we go. First ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
Right there.
Doesn't beat the infield. There's a chance if this hits.
Immediately underway with some runs.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep. No!
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Yes.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yes.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Singh is finding it difficult to contain this pair at the moment. My advice would be to go back to your stock delivery and move on from there.
Yes.
There'll be one run here for them.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
What? Yep.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Good pick-up, big chance.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Catch it.
Great shot, great timing.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Yep. Nicely played.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Effortless.
Yep.
A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Hardy, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keeper's end. Wait.
Fantastic catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. Nice shot, runs possible. A couple on offer here.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up, let the ball do all the work, really, to ease it down towards third.
Wait. Up.
Caught, gone.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Ah, mix up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. 3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yeah. Keepers.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Yep.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Middle that one, great timing.
That one they got hold of. The slower ball didn't work and it went all the way.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Hardy from the south end.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Bowler.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Misses everything. This could be out.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though.
Yep.
They'll get at least one. There's a run here, surely.
Livingston seems intent on farming the strike, deciding against taking the easy run. Surely it's worth ticking the score over.
Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. Incredible, what a grab.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Waiting. Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Bowler.
Not wasting any time, they're off the mark straight away.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
The timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. It was a boundary the moment it hit the bat.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. This should be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. A little late on that. No run scored.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Keepers.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Good bit of timing there.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
No!
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah. No!
No interest in that one from the batter. Stoinis will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowler! Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Hey, Pa! Yeah. Yep.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
For 96.
Singh is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the south end. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Batsman brings up their half-century.
That's an amazing half-century. Just mammoth stroke making and just an impressive stint at the crease so far. Hard to stop them in this sort of form. It's a half-century and they've blazed them to all corners so far.
Edged. Confident appeal. Could it be? There's a challenge. Not sure what good it'll do. Looks unlikely it'll be overturned.
Was there an edge? This could be trouble.
Clear edge, and the replay confirms it. Third umpire didn't need much time for that decision.
I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Sharma, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Keeper!
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running. Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Catch it!
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Launched into it. Landed just short of the boundary rope for 4.
Singh shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now. Runs it off the face of the bat, almost behind point. Plenty of chasing to pull this one back.
It was short enough, they just leant back and blazed it through the gap.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Great shot, great timing.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Keeper! Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Good pickup. Big chance.
Yep.
Timed that perfectly.
Yep.
Super shot that.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. And the innings comes to an end. The Kings will need 132 runs. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance.
Wait on!
Couldn't get it through the field.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away.
Wait!
Singh shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Big edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Ball is in.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
None for 6.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. There'll be 1 run here for them.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Huge edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. End of the over. 4 off it. The Kings are none for 10. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait there. Yep.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Such a disappointment. A lot of people here at the ground would have been looking forward to seeing this innings. As it is, they've got to walk back, barely troubling the scorers.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Too much room given. It came onto the bat really well, and a beautiful shot that just raced away.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
Great shot through the gap.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. Makes it easy to just glance the ball off the pads and score easy runs.
Misses everything.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Drives and misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yes. Yes.
Really good shot there. Nicely fielded on the boundary. Thick edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Loud appeal. Can't see why this would be overturned. Looks to have struck right in front.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Looking good so far, no issue with the bounce. Clearly impact in line, not much to argue there. How close is that? Could be the wicket.
A brilliant decision to review. They bat on. Nicked it.
Yes.
Loud shout. Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. finds the edge. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. And straight into the safe hands of the keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Yep.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Massive edge. Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Waiting.
Bowler.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here. A couple on offer here. End of the over. The Kings are 2 for 44. Going with spin now. Pick that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
The timing unbelievable. Got the width they were after and nailed it to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Into the gap. Nice shot.
Keeper.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off your pads and take the easy runs.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
Those types of deliveries, if you make the most of them, the bowler will feel the pressure.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Down the wicket, misses.
You can't skip down the pitch and then do a complete air shot. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Confident appeal. Could it be?
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Maxwell will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. The right armer is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Out! Yeah! Good catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Stoinis gets off the mark.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have got them 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Play. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
11 runs added there. The Kings are 4 for 70. The new ball is taken after the spinners were operating with the old one.
Certainly seems an odd choice. The spinners were getting some purchase on the ball and making it difficult. Obviously time to change tactics.
Yes.
Bit of a change up in the field now. That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yeah.
Edged, there's no one there, could go down to the boundary.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Got all of it, and for 6.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Right on.
That stop, great catch.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
End of a really good over, taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate. David from the south end.
Yep.
Edged, unplayable. There'll be 1 run here for them.
There was absolutely a second on then, being a little bit too risk-averse out in the middle.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
The big wicket is gone. Never really looked comfortable, and now they have to start the long walk back.
Hardy won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
Yep.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Getting... nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Edge! Amazing delivery.
Just threw the shot too early.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Good catch. Out.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Big appeal. Sharma coming back into the attack.
Yeah.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Big shout. The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
No problems at all with where the ball is pitched. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets, though? Not hitting a thing. Ends up wasting a review.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Yeah.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yeah.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score, and take it.
Yes, bowler.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yes.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Play.
Hardy shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you soon.